Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Jez7780 with another What Grinds My Gears. Welcome to the Coon 1985 Logical Nonsense. Good name there. Brian V, Sam Ash, Wound Up Penguin. Yo, what's up, guys? So, yeah, I was debating about what to name this because it's kind of been going on in my head for a couple of days, and maybe I'll change the name of it. But I think this is something that I've been. I think you get the gist of what's going on when I do my shows and where all this is heading. And I've been hearing so many different podcasts, so many different tweets about the hardcore gamer, the casual gamer, and and I think the thing that really kind of triggered it, was when I saw Jez Gordon's thing of the bleeding edge gameplay, and that thread, my god, like this game was just like, and I know it's a microcosm of what possibly this this cult, like this group of gamers and stuff are, but still, it's not like, it is just oof, like the respect, just, it's bad, like it is just like trash, trash, trash. And as I said, like, I'm not gonna go and just say that it's not good looking, and I think that's the biggest problem. That's kind of what we're gonna get into is here, and it's just the respect that Xbox is getting of everything that they did this generation. I think the biggest thing this entire generation is they have lost the gamer's respect. And it's a number of things, you know. And I think it even stems back even a little bit before this generation. And that's not to say that the good things such as Xbox Game Pass and looking for groups and the updates that they did to the dashboard and the changes, they have done a lot of things, but it just seems that every step forward they take, there are two steps back, and they have to work double to try to get any kind of like set like headway with the gamers. Where I felt, in the 360 generation, they were flying high, and they didn't have to scratch and claw as much as they have to now to try to even get some sort of positivity or something going on for them. Now, see, notice I said for them. I'm not talking about negative and positive and toxic and all that horse shit. I'm not talking about that stuff because that's how you take it as your preference. If it's something that you don't agree with, then it's toxic. If it's something that you agree with, then it's positive. Like, so you can't be calling people's opinions toxic and negative and positive and this. And I'm seeing so much going on right now with a lot of the hardcore gamers that have done YouTubes and built their challenge their communities around certain emotions, certain feelings. And fortunately I didn't start this whole thing as a online and all this other stuff, but the thing is that I went through this change myself about this whole kind of all Xbox, and then just kind of just going, dude, it's the Titanic, man. And that takes a lot out of a company who makes games, a company that makes games, to have people just kind of like 180 on them. Like this, what I'm seeing right now, and I think a lot of it is triggered something after this E3, but what I'm seeing right now is just a lot of just kind of like hands up in the air, like, I'm done. And this is not like, it's a little bit of a dry spell, I'm gonna go play some games elsewhere and stuff. These are people just picking up and going, you know what? I'm taking myself, my money, and I'm going over to the other team. And you have to do a lot as a major corporation to do that to your dedicated fan base that has been with you for so long. And it happened to me because I just became fed up with it. And I kept both of them and I was playing on both of them. But every single time something that I wanted to be positive or something I was like, oh, this Xbox, let me do it, just was that Microsoft wasn't growing up with me. And I think with a lot of people out there, to the gamer, they're not growing up with them. Their hopes and dreams and what they want, it's not what the company sees as successful anymore. And I think it's a tough pill to swallow. And this is really just a true, honest thing. This is no like joke. This is serious. This is like honest, like stuff. Like, this is what my opinion is on this whole thing and kind of what has gone on. And I can't speak for everybody that's out there, but I'm seeing the kind of the similar emotions that I had, and one of the things that does grind my gears, I'm going to say this right now, is, I own everything. I own everything. I'm not a fanboy. The thing is that you could own everything. I own everything. But I have a preference. I like football, but I have a favorite team. Like, you do have a preference. So even though just because you own a PlayStation or you own a Switch and you own an Xbox doesn't mean that you're just agnostic. All right, that doesn't just like, oh well, I'm a diehard Xbox fan, but I buy a PlayStation. So you know what, I'm I don't have a horse in this race. But your name is like, you have an anaconda in your symbol. Like, listen, everybody has a preference, and that's fine. Just because your preference is not the one that is successful doesn't mean that you need to just be like, I'm platform agnostic. And there's some people that could care less about this thing. But the main thing is that competition drives success. And for some reason, the Xbox has taken the route of just kind of waving the white flag and just being gaming for everyone and not necessarily competing directly with the other two competing consoles. And this has just happened over the last 2 to 3 years, that this kind of notion of, we are not directly competing, like, we're doing other things, let's support the other consoles, let's grow gaming together. And I mentioned this on my last show, that gaming we did not get where we are today because Nintendo conceded to Sony, or Sega said, you know what, Sony, we're not coming out with a Dreamcast. We're not competing. Like, Sega just bankrupt, made some bad hardware decisions, but Sega did not just wave the white flag. They just lost money. Microsoft has tons of money. They are purposefully waving the white flag. They are going this route. And taste that 55. Shout out to him. What's up, man? It says running out of reasons but for Xbox. And I think that's where a lot of this kind of just change that some people are going through right now is coming, is that, people say bleed green. And then you say, why? What? And this is my challenge of this whole thing. I want Xbox to do better, but what is the definition of Xbox winning? Or Xbox being back on top? Like, what, in this kind of world of post Phil Spencer gaming for everyone kumbaya, what is Xbox winning? I see some say, oh, it's a clean slate next generation, which I don't agree with, because this is because all these digital games are coming with you to next generation. So it's not starting at zero again. There's going to be a legacy of backwards compatibility that's going to come with you on both ends. So I don't see it as a kind of a restart. I saw the X as a possible restart, and the X really didn't do anything for the Xbox brand at all. In fact, Microsoft doesn't even acknowledge the X. They only did it for the first year that it came out and maybe a couple months after the fact. But even at this E3, there was no acknowledgement of the X. And I think that's what's happening is that people feel bamboozled. They feel that they went out there and spent a lot of money for a device that really only had maybe a 1 or 2 year shelf life that Microsoft was hyping up. Remember, they kind of released this X as a next gen console. Like they had a launch around the world. They had people lining up at the stores. They had Aaron Greenberg and showing up, and this is a monster jacket. Sony low-key launched a PS4 Pro, like at a coffee shop. And Microsoft went balls out with the X launch, just to say a year and a half later, oh, there's another one coming. Ouch. And this one eats monsters for breakfast. And it's like, oh shit, ouch. And I think gamers out there are just like, yo, I spent a lot of money on you and your ecosystem, and you have not delivered. And I'm going to give an example of gamers' respect. So, my biggest thing is that Microsoft is losing a lot of respect. And this, this whole putting games up, Impatient, how you doing, man? This whole like putting games on consoles and PCs and clouds, that ship has sailed. We know that. But the biggest challenge is this whole Game Pass thing that's coming up. What's up, Brian V? Man, you said, Phil changing the narrative from an actual Xbox product, Quick being a brand is only the thing that keeps you afloat at this point, and it won't go away until, and that's winning to Phil. That's right. Phil is winning. Like, if you use the Azure Cloud, you're using this. That's why when he's like, this is the biggest E3. Like, Banjo on the Switch is winning. I'm not talking about what's winning to Phil Spencer, because Microsoft making money from their gaming division is winning, okay? But Phil's idea of winning and making money, right, may not necessarily be the best case for the consumer out here. That's the biggest challenge. Is like, and this is the other kind of counter to people saying about, oh, well, Microsoft's making money. Yes, but Microsoft making money is not yielding the products that we want. And the community is being very vocal on that. And then on top of that, the company seems to be very keen on the casual market and not addressing the hardcore games that the fans want. And their message, even with their hardcore franchises, such as Gears 5, and I've iterated this in the last couple of shows, has not been leading with the proper message. Instead, it's been leading with a lot of, oh, little Timmy and little Johnny want to play. Bullet Point, you could play as Jack. It's like, no, why are you leading with casual features to gain more people to play the game that are casuals, rather than telling me what you changed to the hardcore? Can I dual wield, or like dual wielding chainsaws and this kind of strategy? Like, you lead with the cool new features that you have done for the people who have stayed faithful to that franchise. You don't lead with play as Jack bot. Oh, for your casuals out there, it's like, what? That's a bullet point on the box on their website. What? Play as Jack? And it says the reason that it's for people new to Gears of War. Jack is not even a Gears of War. He's not even human. He's not even a human.
What the fuck?
How does that introduce you to Gears of War? You play as a robot? A flying drone? That's not the message you lead off with. Therefore, the gamer is like, what about me? I posted on Twitter saying, like, all right, they spoke about arcade mode. They spoke about escalation. They spoke about arcade mode for the new people coming on the Game Pass. And they spoke about escalation, which is for the esports. And I was like, what about everybody else? It plays Jackpot on your phone, yeah, right? So my thing is like, what about everybody else? So escalation for esports, arcade mode for everybody who's just going to click on the game in Game Pass. What about the other 80% of Gears players? Like, what about the rest of us? What do we like? What's our new mode? Like, what's our cool new thing? Is it escape? Gears people with abilities?
I don't think so, sucker.
A new game mode? Like, what's the rest of it? And for people interested in campaign, something that's been lacking with a lot of Xbox games in the last recent few years. See if these didn't have a campaign. Gears 5 has a campaign, but we're not going to talk about it until the game launches. Big mistake. Something that the competition is delivering. Why don't you start talking about it too? That's how you gain. One of the biggest things is like an example. In order to gain gamers' respect, and you could see, it's not bleeding edge. It's not a $20 a 20-person passion project that has that is like microtransaction influenced by cosmetics possibly and things like that, and some sort of closed alpha beta thing that I will have to donate green blood in order to get into it. Like, dude, like what the hell's going on? Why are we so secretive about Bleeding Edge? It's a 4-on-4 multiplayer campaign. Technical alpha. Let's go. Like, where is it? What's going on? I don't know, man. Loftus feels I have to. I stopped following her because she never tweeted about a game. It was all politics. She never mentioned anything about games. It's like, people follow you because of your role in Microsoft and being part of games. Like, if you want a public forum for your political views, then create channel off this political Twitter. Don't use you have all these followers because of your gaming heritage and what you're doing. I just don't understand. She never tweeted about a game or a studio or anything. The last thing she hyped up was Super Lucky's Tales and called it a day. I think she might have said congrats to Crackdown 3, and then that was it. I just stopped following her. I'm like, you're not even telling me about gaming news at all. For head of Microsoft Games, whatever else she did. Not one game. But anyway, the thing is that in order to gain gamers' respect, you got to release games, right? And you got to know how to market those games. Simple as that. And Microsoft's having a hard time because everything that they're doing, every feature that they're announcing, every message and every interview that Phil and company have, it's about everything else except the core gamer. That's the problem. And I see people, I don't know. I don't know what's going on playing Xbox. I have no clue. That was the first time I saw that tweet. I was like, oops. I was like, what happened? I was like, what happened? Oh, no, I don't have no clue. I didn't know that. That was news to me. But the thing is with it all kind of goes into like, what is Xbox? And, Yabara got that question when he said, "Oh, the Xbox, the dashboard or the Xbox gaming tab or whatever like that." You hit the game bar. Oh, we call it Xbox, and people are like, "Well, what is Xbox?" And he's like, "Oh, well, it's anything that we do with gaming. It's a brand. It's just you don't do that because guess what? Without your core audience, what's up, Glorious Man? How you doing? Without addressing your core audience, the brand is worth shit.
This Euro stuff has its limits. I need a vacation. Oh, shit! 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 Shit!
Shit!
Shit! God! Come on, you piece of shit!
Like, you don't have a brand if you leaving your core behind. That's the thing. There is no brand. So whatever socks and onesies and body wash and t-shirts and features and stuff like that you want to label as Xbox, there is no brand. And actually, it was an interesting quote that Phil had here. I was listening to some old, like, these things popping up in my feed. from like some old interviews of Phil Spencer in 2016. He had a happy hour with IGN, and I want to hear.
It's not a Bond.
No.
Is it?
They talk about his representation, and hear what he says.
Is it Bond?
No.
God.
Sagebrush blowing around, and that's
I'm gonna get to
they
it.
love the brand.
Yeah.
Some record labels that
Yeah.
Or do you get used to it?
No. I on my Twitter handle, I write this kind of corny phrase that says I'm kind of defined more by what I do than who I am, and I don't actually know where that comes from, but to me, it's
sounds
just
deep.
and it's like Xbox fans love the head of Xbox. I happen to be the head of Xbox now. I won't be the head of Xbox forever. They love the brand. They love what we're doing with the product. And you know what you talk about, and at least the way I hear it is like, I understand it's not me, right? I'm the lucky person that happens to have the job for the product that they love so much, and you can't let it become about you. And I think if for me, that's something I think about a lot. I know when I'm not doing this job, the @Xbox P3 Twitter handle will be kind of the these sagebrush blowing around, and that's cool, right? That's what it's about. And I'm always I was at the Brazil game show last year, and
See, Bill even says it himself. It's not about him. It's not about him. And he's like, the fans love the brand. Now, this was back in 2016 that he did this interview. It's not about the brand. It's about the brand. It's not about him. He's like, people will love whoever the head of Xbox because you're the head of the thing that I love. So this gravitation towards Phil is just natural because they love the brand so much that whoever's the head of that brand is basically a rock star, you know? So, but that was in 2016. And I listened to a lot of that interview. And a lot of that interview, ow, shit, I clipped myself. But a lot of that interview was a lot of the things that they were doing, looking for groups, stuff like that. It was 2016. They just announced Play Anywhere, and now we were talking that. They announced the Play Anywhere stuff, and now people are like, well, what's this PC stuff? And they're like, oh, but it's Windows 10. It's still the Xbox brand and all this other stuff. Well, 3 years later, dudes, you know. Thanks, Meds. You know, the thing is like, now we're here 3 years later, and we're going on Steam. That's not Xbox brand, but it's tied with Xbox Live, so I guess that's the tie-in. But, you know, everybody's like, well, Windows 10 is just, it's the same thing as Xbox. Like, it's the same thing. And really, now it's changed again. And the brand becomes so many other things to this that it's sort of like, well, what, as a gamer, what am I rooting for? Like, what is success for me? And as a gamer, the biggest success is getting great games. And that has been lacking, as we know, for the last 2 to 3 years. Like, the last decent game that came out, besides your Forzas every year, which are polished, great racing games, beyond that, it was Gears 4. Like, Sea of Thieves was polished, but there was nothing in it. And that had an NDA for over a year. Crackdown was a disaster.
Place looks like a fucking crack house.
Crackdown 3 was a disaster, and that was Phil's baby. That was his call to arms. Ooh, that felt nice. They held that, dude. They held on to that. That Crackdown 3, they delayed it. For what? To release it, you can't even find the game right now. You can't. I tried streaming it last month. You click on it, it just goes. Oh, but they added a jetpack to single player. And now, back then, I'll listen to his stuff. He was genuine. I'm like, oh yeah, this guy's, he gets it. He knows it. He thinks. But over the last 2-3 years, man, Phil Ness took over. And you guys, I've been doing my research on this stuff. And it's like, well, why? I follow all Windows stuff, all tech news, all this stuff. And I followed, and I was Xbox. And I still want Xbox. I want these games. I want more games. Why? As a gamer, why don't you want more games? And then Gaming Night says, give him more time. Dude's been talking for 5 fucking years. He started with that Kinect is not dead. Oh, we're still making Kinect games. He went through HoloLens. He went through the Xbox One S. 4K upscaling.
Bullshit. Bullshit. You sell sound. It's all bullshit. All of it.
Jesus, you.
The Xbox One X. VR.
Bullshit. Bullshit. You sell sound. It's all bullshit. All of it.
Jesus, you.
Like, he's been talking. And that's my problem. We haven't been playing. They've been talking. And on Xbox, we haven't been playing. And what's happening to the gamer is the intensity, the lack of quality games, the lack of direction, the lack of purpose in the hardware that they keep releasing, in the news they keep announcing, is making the Xbox gamer so tense, so frustrated, that any little bit of news, it is like a gleam in the distance. It's like, guys, there's something there. And that's why it's about everything else except the games. They did, and this is what grinds me up so bad. They did a video about xCloud. We didn't have to wait to E3. They did a video, just came out of the blue, what, in February? Here's xCloud, and we got servers. Explained the whole thing in a friggin' interview. Right? We didn't have to wait to E3 for that. At all. Right? Nope. There's no way in E3 for that xCloud bullshit. Then, here comes E3, when it's supposed to be about the games. And you put Gears of War and Halo 3 in the corner. Nobody puts Baby in the corner. Gears gets put in a corner. Halo gets put in a corner. And you prance out stuff that should be on Inside Xbox with Major Nelson's white gloves. No big third-party deals. You were the only show in town. No big third-party presentations that this is just coming with the power of the X. They could have had third-party on their stage preaching about what the X is allowing them to do with their games. But they didn't even mention the X. They didn't even mention it. That $500, poof. I hope everybody knows $500 is just small change, right? Everybody out, gamers out there, $500 small change. Poof. Never existed. No power of the X, running an X. Instead, what they did at the biggest stage is said, guess what, y'all? We're not giving you any more Xbox One enhanced games anymore. Sayonara to backwards compatibility. We're done. Wrap it up. Wrap it up, guys. Wrap it up.
Bring the toy back to the carpet. Bring it back to the carpet.
Take your toy back to the carpet. Take your toy back to the carpet. Take it back!
We're done. Yeah. That was their announcement, Eilish. They announced at E3 that they are not doing any more new backwards compatible games, and no more games will get Xbox X enhanced. They're putting all their energy now into Project Scarlet. So you have a year and a half now of no new backwards compatibility news. And people go, oh, well, they made so many games backwards compatible. All right. What about the X enhancements to those OG Xbox games? To those other games? What about X enhancements? Nah, they're done too. Oh, okay, thanks. Wait a year and a half. They're making sure that Project Scarlet could play them all. So they're done. Year and a half later, done. Your Xbox One enhanced. Now you just got to play the new games that come out. Yeah, and that OG Xbox's BC is done. With I think they ended at 24 games, 20. MechAssault, nope. MechAssault 2, nope. Even though the online doesn't work. Just remaster those games. See, that's another way to get gamers respect. Just remaster them. Show appreciation for the franchise. That's the biggest thing. Show appreciation for franchises that have there. So you don't have to release a blockbuster game. See, this is the thing that I think people forget. You don't have to. You got to do fan service. All right? Now, yeah, you might fly all out there and they give you a nice little loot bag and all that other stuff for FanFest. But that's a very, very small group of selected people that go there. I'm talking about the Xbox culture as a whole. You show appreciation for the franchises that we grew up with as Xbox fans. You don't ship them off to Nintendo. Exactly, Savage. You don't ship them off to Nintendo. You bring back franchises that people know and love. They did it with Killer Instinct. What happened to Killer Instinct? Is that coming up with a sequel, a new season? What happened? They just abandoned Killer Instinct. It's done. Double Helix. Where are they? Who's doing anything? Done. Gone. Where's Killer Instinct? And this whole thing where they're saving it for next E3. If all these games are going to run on the Scarlet and on the X and on the S and in the cloud and on PC and on Steam PC, what does it fucking matter when you announce it? What does it matter? These games are everywhere. You stated you don't care about console sales. So these games are not going to push the Scarlet. Why do you even care? But you'll talk about xCloud. Meanwhile, Phil says in interviews that...
Oh, you know what, Jez? You need to calm down. Okay? Stop being so dramatic. You know who this is, ladies and gentlemen. I took over this fucking show. Oh, I'm sorry. I took over the show. You know who this is. This is your boy, Phil Spencer. And I'm tired of this guy grinding his gears all the time, saying about all the stuff that I did wrong. It's gaming for everyone. And when we all play together, we all win. That's right. We all win. So, let me tell you something. When I said that Banjo is going to Nintendo, the hair on the back of my neck stood up because I know that's what those fans want. And when we got those Azure clouds over at Sony, oh yeah. That's what I'm all about. But what about the Xbox fans? What? You guys came to FanFest. I took photos with you. That should be good enough for next year. I bought myself some time. I told you that we got some studios that will make some games. That's so you be quiet. You guys are happy now. I gave you the X. Go play your games now. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me at all. So stop. You know, you don't need any games. Because you got the most powerful console in the world. And you could win all the Twitter battles with that one. You don't need any games. You don't even buy those games. We tried, but you don't buy them. So I'm gonna give my services to people who buy games. Those Nintendo fans. Oh yeah.
That's enough. That's enough of this Phil Ness. All right? Get back. Back to Redmond. Enough of this Phil Ness. Saying that he's... But you want to know what? I think Phil Ness is right. I don't think the core audience, the Xbox gamer, was buying their games. Everything that they have done has shown that. They tried it with crossplay. Oh, cross-buy, and you can play it on Windows 10 and Xbox. Yeah. He did it. Yeah, Windows 10, Xbox. We're good, man. We're good. Guess what? People didn't buy it on Windows 10. Gears 4 didn't blow up on Windows 10. Guess what they're doing with Gears 5? Steam PC.
Oh yeah.
Really? Really, Phil? Steam? Okay. I know that's where the PC gamers want to play, Phil. But you know what? You got a tall order because there's some high expectations over there. And you know, with great power comes great responsibility. And this is all extra shit that Microsoft has to deal with. Oh, gotta make sure it runs on PC, gotta make sure it runs on Windows 10, runs on Steam, it converts this, make sure it works on the X, make sure it works on the S, and all this shit. Meanwhile, Sony just goes boom. Nintendo just goes boom. Microsoft got people jumping through hoops left and right to make sure these games work. And you want to know what? The probability of the game not satisfying one of those platform customers is really high. Thanks, man. Thanks, Bit. Thanks for coming on, man. But yeah, like, the thing is like the criticism, the problems they're going to have. Just go look at the reviews of some of those Win 10 games, man. Dude, like, look at them. Meds, what? Meds, what are you doing? Don't fuck with my grinders.
Meds, this is a great world right now. This is a happy place. These grinders are happy. Don't troll the grinders, Meds. Don't troll the grinders. Phil Spencer wants everybody. When everybody chats, we all win. That's how I play.
No troll in the commenters. I don't piss off my people that come into the chat like other folk. You say what you want. This is Grinders Nation. I don't know what the fuck to call it, but we're Grinders. We say what we want. Nobody gonna hold me down. Oh no, oh no. So anyway, the thing going on right now. Whew. And I know you guys see it. And listen, this is the thing. Listen, there are things going on, man. There are diehard PlayStation fans that are justified right now going, see, you chose wrong. You chose the green pill, and now I told you back then they were messed up, and you didn't listen to me. I told you so now. There are people that always hate Xbox. There are people that Microsoft has to deal with from back when they did the whole fucking monopoly thing, where they're like, when that whole thing where they were just like monopolizing all their shit. People don't like big bad Microsoft, but Xbox beat that. That's what got me. I was not Bill Gates take me to tea. No way. But I liked Xbox. And Xbox got me believing back in Windows. I hated Windows. Drove me crazy, but it was the only thing that was available. But Xbox broke away from Windows. It broke away from it. Just to come back now in 2019, and now we can't get out of Windows. Windows bullshit is now all in up on gaming. And that was the biggest problem that I had. You know, I don't like this whole games on PC and all this other stuff was fine. I didn't care when Gears went to PC back in the day because Microsoft was evolving Xbox Live. They were giving us special shit. They were making great games and they were evolving that Xbox Live platform. Now, it's not about Xbox Live anymore. It's sort of like that's just like the de facto. Hey, Xbox Live, throw it under the rug, $5. Like, instead of embracing Xbox Live, you can see the focus from the console gamer, and that's where who's your hardcore? Who's the console for? The person who plays the most and the person who spends the most. That's who the hardcore is. You say, well, hardcore gamers, casual gamers. Let me tell you something. Just because you pay, like, if you are invested in gaming products and you spend a lot of money on them, you buy the consoles, you buy the games, and you play, even if you play one game and stuff like that, you are a hardcore game. You are invested in this. It's about your dedication to the topic. Who's singing what? Where? They just don't stop believing. I'm done believing, man. I'm telling you right now, the ship has sailed with Sea of Thieves. With Game Pass in existence, if you haven't gotten my gist, Game Pass is going to ruin the last Mohican, whatever the last straw. Game Pass will kill it, and that will be the big franchises that Xbox has left. Gears and Halo, and maybe even Fable. But I'm getting there. Is that? Oh my God, she's the head of Age of Empires. You know what? Oh my goodness. Whatever, it's a PC exclusive, right? Oh my God. Don't Age of Empire Studio. And that's the other thing. When we all play, everybody wins, right? And why are there PC exclusives? I told you about that whole the justification why Gears Tactics is the PC first game. Has nothing to do with nothing to do with any technical limitations. It has nothing to do with any technical limitations. Because the Xbox supports keyboard and mouse support. The game runs on PC, it runs on Xbox, right? No. It is the whole PR bullshit that Gears Tactics is being made for you, the PC gamer, because you are the first class citizen. Which brings me to my point of how to get gamers respect. you don't give people respect. He says it right here. Microsoft may actually be committed to PC gaming this time. Microsoft is serious about PC gaming. And now, with the new Xbox app and its focus on Game Pass, Phil took that VentureBeat article and said this. The may actually is earned. We are committed and understand we have to prove it. Microsoft may actually be committed to PC gaming this time. That is his commitment. So if you are a hardcore Xbox console owner, $500 deep in Xbox One X hardware, another $300 in Xbox One S hardware, bleeding green, as we say, what is winning? This does not make me feel all gooey inside about my console purchase. This makes me feel foolish. This makes me feel silly. This makes me feel I bought the wrong product. This does not give me confidence in the hardware that I purchased. This does not make me feel great that this gentleman and his company are going to make games for my enjoyment. This right here says, oh shit, I better go get a PC if I want to be an Xbox fan. Because he is gun-ho. And this is probably the most confident, the most eager and committed statement he has made. Not about that Xbox hardware. You know, remember that other statement? Hey, the business is not selling the consoles. But he wants to earn the respect of the PC gamers. They feel like they owe it to the PC gaming market. Oops, we let you go. Steam became a beast. We're going to come back and kiss your ass and make games specifically for you, PC guys, because we got to earn back your respect. We want your respect. What about those 40 million people that just bought a console? Oh, we got them in the book. And they're paying for Xbox Live. Oh, yeah. They are. That's not how you talk to your console hardcore owners. That's why they got PC exclusives. Because they're committed. Hey, Glorious Kev. Yo, and this is no kind of target, dudes, on like PC gamers and stuff like that. All right? This is nothing on there. It's just, as a hardware console distributor, you go like that to another platform. And considering PC has always been its own thing. All right? Steam, like, PC has always been its thing. Like, it never really competed with consoles. Only maybe early on in the generation when we're comparing power and the power of the next-gen console compared to PC. Yeah. Exactly, Glenza. Thought you're buying wine, but you got vinegar. Exactly. And it's the bait and switch. It is. And that's the thing that pisses me off so much. It's like, they keep saying they're committed. They're doing this. They're doing that. And how can you can't play both sides. He's playing both sides. Sean Connery, he's playing both sides. You can't play both sides. And look at Glorious Kevin there. L-Box. Yeah. The PC gamer is not the console gamer. The console gamer is not the PC gamer. They are not the same person. Maybe they cross over and play a couple games here or there, but it's only because maybe there's a game that's exclusive to one platform over the other. But if the game is playable on both systems, if you play keyboard and mouse, if you're going to, like, it chose based on what controller you want to use. but they're not the same person. They're not the same player. You might dab in some console gaming, might dab PC gaming, but you are not like, yo, give me that PC. Oh, I'm done with this. Let me almost like jumping from station to station. No. Being a long-term console gamer and going to PC is a completely different beast. That if I didn't know that much about PC stuff, I would have put that shit down. And you want to hear, oh, I got a good clip for you guys. No respect. You want to see when the respect started going downhill? Like this video. Share it. Yeah, oh, man. Oh, I got a good one right here. Right. Oh, where is it? Is this? Yes. It's this clip right here. All right, guys. Get ready. I don't know if I should play it or no. I'm going to let you guys just listen to it. Listen to this clip. Okay? And this is back, again, I believe is in 2016. And listen to a simple question and should be a simple answer. And I will call this a Phil Ness. This is pre-Phil Ness. Now he's coached. All right? But this is pre-Phil Ness. All right?
Whoa. What are you talking about, pre-Phil Ness? Oh, yeah. There was always Phil Ness going on here. Oh, yeah. It was always about PC. I just keep those Xbox guys sitting and waiting. I got them ready. Now I want to get a new cat. I want a PC gamer. We're coming back home, baby. We are coming back home. Oh yeah, PC. I'm coming home to you, baby.
My God. Phil, you can't sell yourself out like that. But somebody asked you a simple question. Let's hear what your answer is. Get ready, everybody.
All right, so let's say that hypothetically I'm still an Xbox 360 owner.
Yeah.
That being said, what should my next hardware purchase be? I guess they are the tough questions.
No. I said.
He could not answer that question. He could not answer that question because he knew. Play it again.
All right, so let's say that hypothetically I'm still an Xbox 360 owner.
Yeah.
That being said, what should my next hardware purchase be? I guess they are the tough questions.
No. I said.
He didn't know how to answer it. He was stumped when she asked him. This was on Xbox post E3 interview 2016 or 2017. Actually, shout out to Rand. This is the one that Rand was on, that he did his 1 million gamer score. This was the interview. And that was the question. If I own an Xbox 360, what should I buy? He didn't go buy an Xbox. And he didn't go buy a PC. Because he already committed saying, oh, we got games playable on both of them. Because you know the definition of a console is the games that are on it. But he couldn't say that because then he would piss off his PC brethren. And then he couldn't say, oh, just go buy a PC because that will piss off the Xbox brethren. But the thing is, though, he mastered Blue Steel. He's trying to mess with Magnum. Oh, Zoolander. I love Zoolander, man. That was my favorite movie, man. Brent. No. Jitterbug. Oh, a jitterbug. Oh, my God. Orange mocha frappuccino. Han Solo. Actually, Phil Spencer, go listen to your friend Billy Zane. I gotta get some Zoolander clips, man. I love Zoolander. That shit was hilarious. I didn't like the second one too much, though. I don't think the second one was as funny. We shouldn't be talking about Magnum. My God, it's glorious. Hey, Hansel. Han Solo. Oh my god. I'll zoom into it. It's freaking hilarious. But he should listen to his friend Billy Zane. Couldn't answer it. They're breakdance fighting. Yes. Oh my gosh. That was hilarious. But he couldn't answer it.
All right, so let's say that hypothetically I'm still an Xbox 360 owner.
Yeah.
That being said, what should my next hardware purchase be? I guess they are the tough questions.
No. I said
Ouch. Ouch. It should be go buy an Xbox. That's what it should be. You're at E3, go buy an Xbox. Benji says PC. Oh shit, here we go. Go buy a PC. Buy an Xbox. Who knows? Guess what? I didn't make this bed. They made this bed. That's the position you put yourself in. If you can't answer that question, how the hell is your customer going to answer that question? That was a rehearsed interview question. That wasn't off the cuff. That was an interview question. That was Jessica Chobot at Xbox, Inside Xbox. They called it Xbox After Show, whatever they called it. And she asked him that question, and that's what he said. And then, the evening of the X, people are lined up for that console. Lined up, pay $500 to Phil Spencer and company. And our friend gets interviewed. And they say this.
Xbox One X is
The most important?
No.
Oh,
Xbox One X is
The most important?
No.
that was quick.
All right, so let's say that hypothetically I'm still an Xbox 360 owner.
Yeah.
That being said, what should my next hardware purchase be? I guess they are the tough questions.
No.
Xbox
no.
One
I said-
X is the most important?
No.
Oh, that was fast.
How important is market share versus Nintendo and versus Sony's PlayStation?
The two metrics I really look at in the growth of this business is engagement of players. How many monthly active players do you have across any device? And what does your software and service revenue look like for those players?
Oh. It's all about engagement now. Well, guess what, everybody? How do we engage? How? With great games. Have we been getting great games?
Xbox One X is
The most important?
No.
Thanks. No. We have not been getting great games. We've been getting...
I'd buy that for $1.
Yeah. Oh, it's in Game Pass. I'll buy that for $1. Oh, I found games I would never bought before in Game Pass. Glorious. Oh, and we get our...
We're really focusing first on what it means to play these games on your phone. So when we thought about how can we get as many people playing on a phone as possible.
Ah. So, Xbox One X is not the most important. We know that. So, I don't know why you would go buy something when the guy says that on the eve of buying that thing. And this is the thing. I'm not saying these games did not find their audience. These games did not find joy. But these are not the games we need. See, that's the thing that a lot of people avoid when they talk on YouTube and on Twitter and stuff like that, and they try to pull out some bullshit. They just trash on the game. They say the game is this. If you look at these games, these are not the games that we need. This is not what Xbox needs to do to gain respect. They have lost a lot of gamers' respect. People are packing their bags up and moving out. This is not, oh, let me check this other out. No, people are like done. Done. Oh, yes, I did see King Thrasher video about that. Yes. How he speaks very openly overseas versus you. Yes, he does. Yeah. But like, people are just fed up. There's nothing to fight for. And it's not that we want Uncharted on Xbox. No. But if you're going to go out there claiming the most powerful console in the world, you better have shit to back it up. And cartoon indie games right now are not it.
Don't do it. I'm warning you. Do not do it.
Cartoon indie games are not it. When you want to have the power and you want to deliver the goods, you got to show, you got to represent. Because this is what I said before. If you're not going to represent your brand, if you're not going to represent your hardware, no one else will. If you're not going to lead with your bullshit, with your games on that console, nobody else is going to do it. You're not going to sit around and go, well, EA will show the power of the X.
Come on, don't bullshit me.
EA's not going to show the power of the X. You know what?
Who is your daddy?
Ubisoft will do it. Ubisoft is not going to show it. You got to show it. It was Horizon Zero Dawn that showed what the Pro can do. God of War showed what the Pro can do. Spider-Man showed what the Pro can do. These games showed what the Pro can do. Not only were they great games, but they showed what the extra horsepower, which wasn't that much, what it can do. Ooh, guess what? Nintendo Switch showed the power of what the weakest console can do. What kind of games you could play on that. Because guess what? The Nintendo games look the best on there. How did they get Zelda to run on this now? Oh my God. Yeah. Look how great these games look. Nintendo's first party leading the way. And because Nintendo's first party is driving the hardware, it's getting support from third party. That's the MO of a great console. Now, Sony did the game, and they're doing it again. When Microsoft is sitting there talking about,
What's with kids today, huh? No respect.
Sony's sitting out there with open arms going, yo, if you're not getting satisfied over there, we got an answer for you. Come over to our side. And they've lost the respect of the gamer because they chose not to speak to the gamer. They chose not to speak to the console owner. And people go, who cares? The problem is when you don't speak to them, when you lose your core, the whole thing falls apart. The core audience is the ones that go out there and they're like your salesman. They're the ones that say, go get this. Because there's people out there that don't have the investment. They don't have the interest that we do and follow YouTube and follow all the news outlets and follow all these and all the news and all this other stuff. There are people that they just want to be told, yo, what's the best thing to buy? And they're going to look to their friend who's the gamer, their friend who buys all the platforms. I was that person. I know. Even my friends on the Xbox, they knew that I bought all the games. They would ask me, what game should I buy? They played hours of Call of Duty and they go, yo, you buy all the games, man. What's my next game should be? Because I bought all the games. So I wanted to play them all. So they would not buy. They would buy 1 to 3 a year. 1 to 3 a year. they came to, hey, what should I buy? And I'll say, you know what, this game, Dad, that game sucks. Don't buy that game. This game, you should buy it. That's what the hardcore do. They relay your message to the outside, word of mouth. And now with social media being as big as it is, word of mouth is now the most important way to go. Oh, he's showing them the satisfaction thing. But word of mouth is the most important thing to go right now. That's the thing. So when you reach out to your core audience, that's why there's like this moment, like when you put a game on a PlayStation and people are like, wow, it just blows up and trends on Twitter. Because the hardcore like it, the hardcore retweet it, the people like, yo, this game looks good. Then other people like, oh, I follow that guy because of the games. Oh shit, wow, that looks good. It's a microcosm. It's not a microcosm, but it's a representation of how word of mouth, when you address the hardcore people, the people following Kojima, they love Kojima. They might look at that thing and like, you know, he speaks to them. For some reason, he speaks to them in their games and in his quality. Those are the people that like, retweet, share it. Word of mouth spreads, trending. Go. It goes bigger. Trend on Twitter, hashtag Death Stranding. Boom, word of mouth, because you reached your core audience. When Microsoft sends a tweet out there, it doesn't go to somebody's mom playing Panda Pop, or somebody's parents or sister playing Panda Pop, or a husband, somebody over there playing Candy Crush. No. It doesn't do that. So when you say games on phones,
we're really focusing first on what it means to play these games on your phone.
You're telling us that the core audience, the dudes that follow you, the people that are there at E3, want to play games on a phone. Oh, don't press it. Ah, shit. I did it. Damn it.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah. I hit it. I was holding off on it, but yes. I know. That's why I was talking about Enrique. I was listening to his show, man. I'm telling you, it hurts. Because it's a brand that you grew up with. It's a brand that you know you're part of, and I think this will be the same thing if you had PlayStation just kind of selling out everything you hold passionate about PlayStation with. This like, yo, put God of War on a fucking toaster. I don't care. You'll be like, what? I got a God of War. Like, what? What do you mean God of War? You don't care? It's like, it's just. It hurts. And I want them to come back. But they are all in, head deep in friggin' Game Pass. Game Pass was an option. And now it's the option. And now everything that comes out of their mouth is this, I'd buy that for $1. Service. It's become the melting pot of mediocrity. And all I'm seeing, Gears 5 is going to be the true statement as to what Game Pass will do to our favorite franchises. That's my fear. They showed Gears Pop. And the way I keep hearing about Gears 5... Do you know that I found out today in another YouTuber's video who did screenshots, Gears 5 multiplayer, competitive multiplayer, is going to have... I have to shake my head on this one. And I don't know how I feel about it, but Gears 5 multiplayer is going to have competitive multiplayer, a mini map in the lower right hand corner. A mini map in Gears multiplayer. Gears was like basically so cool and modern because it was HUD, like it had a lack of a HUD. All it had was a little weapon in the corner and a little crimson thing. Like it really, and you would hold the left bumper to see where the weapons are, where your guys were. But they're putting a mini map in Gears multiplayer, and this was captured from the esports clip that they shown. I think I shared the video earlier. Go to my Twitter if you want to see it. But they overlaid it, and it has a mini map in it. And there's a mini map in Escape, but this was this was the competitive multiplayer. And that's the thing. Maybe the maps are big. I don't know, Benji. I was thinking the same thing. Like maybe the maps are big, but a mini map. Oh man. I'm like, Gears was not. You don't need a mini map in Gears. Oh, they're like, oh, you could turn it off. Why would you turn it off if everybody else is going to be using it? It gives them an advantage. But again, I said play as Jack. Mini map in Gears 5, arcade mode. And this wasn't the escalation, the esports mode that they were playing because it was the esports commercial. And go look at my Twitter for the video. I forgot who it is. It's some guy to follow. I don't want to show his video on my video, but like it's some guy that I show because I don't want to take his content away because he actually did a great job. He's been following a lot of Gears stuff. Yes. I know, I heard that. And also I said on the thing with B-Raps, one of the guys, he said it had like 6 pre-orders. I just heard him. He was over in Crap Gamers, the Mooch's podcast, Crossfire. Like 6 pre-orders. And Death Stranding at 65. Gears 5, and people who are hyped for Gears of War going, it's not hype. That's what I mean. They have hurt their core audience so bad. They have lost respect. And that's why when they show a game like Bleeding Edge, and shout out to somebody asked me that question. I think I'm gonna call him out here. Let me see. Who said it? Somebody asked me about Bleeding Edge, yeah. Just to give Spills most of the time. Yeah, Meds, I saw you timed out. I haven't seen him back since. Where'd he go? BitCloud. This was the first time I saw him in my chat. You timed him out. Meds. Shame on you.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Abusing your power. Where is it? Somebody asked me my impressions of that. Trying to find that. Who said it? Well, if you said it, I asked about my impressions of Bleeding Edge. Oh, Glorious, you did. I knew it was you. It was you. Yeah. I'll come back and say it. So, I saw this stuff with that Bleeding Edge stuff. And Jez, I think, confirmed on Randall's podcast that it is 60 frames per second. Doesn't look like it at all. And new news, I guess Twitter encoding is bad. I don't think that game I don't think Twitter did the game any favors, but the game looks very, very plain Jane. It does not look exciting. The character models and the characters look cool, but the animations and just the gameplay, it looks like a clusterfuck. Like it looks like it's like you're just gonna just have people. And he said that it's built off like a MOBA, Oh, not now. Not in 2019.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Who wants a MOBA in 2019? Come on, man. No, nobody wants a MOBA. Nobody wants to take a character and just run to a circle and just hit the Y and X buttons and just go like, no. And now, oh, it's 20 people. It's a passion project. You know what? I said before, Hellblade was 20 people. Dude. Oh my God, you guys are talking about that bathwater bullshit. That's another.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yo. Fools who bought that shit. Bathwater Gaming Girl. There's some sick shit out there. Oh, you think the character models are horrendous? Really? Okay. Yeah. Well, I know what. I saw the pictures of them. I was like, yeah, they look not bad. I haven't seen them in game, though. Like, they look horrible. Like, I'm just saying the animations and shit look horrible. I think that one guy has, like, that crazy mouth that opens up. Like, they're not bad, but, like, I just don't get it. I don't get it, dude. From the people that made Hellblade and all these single-player games, DMZ and all the... Oh, shit. Cocoon 1985 ordered that fucking bathwater. Ha! Oh, shit.
Cool. This coffee smells like shit.
It is shit, Austin.
Oh, good. Then it's not just me.
The fat lady on the wheel. Oh, shit. I don't know what the hell that. The lady is like,
It's a bit nutty.
That bathwater smells like shit.
I'd buy that for $1.
Well, man, yeah, it does look slow as hell, man. It does look slow as hell. And it does not. Oh, man. And then again, NDA. Weird ass enrollment period. Oh, like it's 2 hours every Thursday night. I still didn't get invited to it. It started. I still didn't get invited to it. I registered as soon as they announced it. I wanted to see this game. Oh, did you see this? You know what? I spared bullshit on Twitter today because I did not I didn't tweet this out. But you know, for you grinders guys, I'm gonna show you this because you know, I'll probably get the sarcastic ones like this is not news. And you know, that's another thing that grinds my gears.
No deal.
Yeah. This whole like, well, I wasn't expecting it. So why should I be upset about it? I wasn't expecting it to be good. I wasn't expecting this to be a great game. Like I had no expectations. Or like, you know, I knew this was happening. Dude, I don't give a shit if you know or don't know or what your expectations are. The thing is that it's still either met or obviously it's below your expectations. So if you weren't expecting it, like that does not mean that the news is okay. You know? That sounds like a little
like, I'm back. Oh yeah. You know. I tell them every time. Don't go in expecting anything. I'm going to tell you what to expect. Therefore, can't be upset. That's what I call my hashtag illness. I can do no wrong. I can. So, don't come in here with your expectations. Because I'm not going to meet them. And I say, I don't care. You're not my customer. You over there, the console owner, You're not my customer. No way. That PC guy. Wink and a honk to you. You're my customer. Those console dudes, I got them already. They're paying for my Xbox Live. They think I don't know. Oh, they're keeping the lights on over here at Xbox. Thank you.
Son of a bitch, man. He comes on and ruins my fucking show every single time he comes on, pulling that horse shit. Phil Ness, man. I'll mute him. Coming on my show, telling me all that bullshit. But yeah, people like to say that I wasn't expecting anything. Huh? Anyway, guys. Yeah, let's go. Let me see the chat. Did you like my? Did you like that son of a bitch coming back on my show again? That friggin' Phil Ness, man. Damn that Phil Ness, the son of a bitch, Phil Ness. Oh man, what's up, Simon? Man, how you doing? Yeah, exactly, Robin Stevens. It only cost me $1. It's okay. Yeah, I only paid $1. That game was supposed to be trash anyway. That's what I'm saying. Like, trust me, when you see Bleeding Edge come out, whenever it does come out, it's only Game Pass. Game Pass is an excuse for mediocrity. Exactly, Savage. Even if you weren't expecting shit, doesn't change the fact that it still is shit. Amen to that one.
And may the Schwartz be with you.
Amen to that. And never
underestimate the power of the Schwartz.
Yeah, that's the one to feel nice. So anyway, Glorious, man, I have no clue. I don't know what's going on with that PX. That Phil Ness is just it was running wild. It's running wild. So anyway, I don't know if let's keep him back. I don't want Phil Ness to come back. I think we could see this. So Gears 5 multiplayer core audience. This is for you, core audience. This is for you. There it is. Multiplayer tech test. It's included in your Game Pass membership. Excellent. But here we go. And it's going to have the escalation, their updated competitive type. Now, that's why I saw that they had the mini-map in there. Along with Arcade, a new and approachable multiplayer game type. And a longtime fan favorite, King of Health. Thank you! And then, again, we still got to hammer home. For players new to Gears, you could use the new training mode, Boot Camp. And you get some other things, little unlocks and stuff like that. Very nice. And then this is where they got the clip from, the E-League Invitational next weekend. It's next weekend. But this... Now, I know this already, so why is this news? It's just very interesting. As mentioned earlier, starting the 17th, you can play Gears 5 and pull up the technical test on your Xbox One console or your Windows 10 PC. So, I guess if you pre-order, it's only through Game Pass, so I guess Steam doesn't get to do the tech test. Great job. Because it looks like the tech test is only available from Xbox and Windows 10 PC. Okay. Great job. So Steam customers, I guess, don't get to do the tech test for this one. If you are an Xbox Game Pass member, you'll see the tech test available in your library. And no between the test periods, the tech test itself will be available to download, but servers will be offline. Oh, and forget to tell this. We also wanted to remind you that online multiplayer will require an Xbox Live Gold subscription on console. That is because this tech test is to help test our servers. You might encounter some queuing as you start to play. We hope to make Gears 5 great online experience for all players and Xbox Game Pass members on launch. This tech test will help. Now for you elite people over on Windows 10 PC, here's a chart for your requirements. But I love how they're requiring Xbox Live Gold for the tech test. So, if we put this in English, if you just signed up to Game Pass and don't have Game Pass Ultimate, and you just signed up to Game Pass, because you're interested in Gears 5, you need to pay Xbox Live Gold to test out the game. So when are they going to stop this? And you say, and when I say this, people are like, oh, but you, PSN, and all this other shit. Dude. PSN's not giving me for free on other platforms. If PSN was free on PC and all that other shit, then, oh, yeah, maybe it's a different story. Xbox is giving their shit out for free. So, like, seriously, like, how long are you going to string along Xbox console players to pay for Xbox Live and requiring them to do alpha tests and all that other shit? It's not like they're getting to alpha test a couple of days early before the PC Win 10. No, they're getting to do it to test the same service that Windows 10 PC. That's right, Baltimore's like, yeah. When that room by PS Plus have an upgraded option about betas and alphas. The thing is that you can't give your shit out for free. And I think Glinda says it the best. He goes, why buy the cow when you get the milk for free? What perks do you get as an Xbox Live subscriber on the console? Games with gold? Now that.
Hello, cutie pie. One of us is in deep trouble.
Yeah, not an Xbox Live Gold. So, I don't understand. And you don't gain respect by having the core audience pay more and not get any more value out of it. And this just keeps going down the line, chipping away. It's a slow burn. But with every news piece and every time they talk, and this E3 was another testament, people were really hoping this E3. And so many people are saying, I'm buying a PlayStation 5 next gen. That's not. And they fought for Xbox this entire generation. I'm buying PlayStation 5. Like, they're taking their ecosystem, they're joining another ecosystem. Now, whether they're lying or not, it's just a message. Again, perception is reality, right? If everybody thinks that, Xbox is screwing with their audience, go get a PlayStation. And fewer people, and there's not a big argument. It's like Game Pass. Well, what's in Game Pass? Games that I would never buy. So why am I going to subscribe to a service for games that I would never have bought? Why? Why would I subscribe for a service to maybe find a diamond in the rough or a gem of an indie? Why? And maybe that old game in there. Oh, that library. You mean all the games I already bought? And now there's benefits to subscribing to them versus buying them, like Master Chief Collection? Like, oh, if I bought Master Chief Collection, I got to pay for the single player and firefight. But if I subscribe to Master Chief Collection through Game Pass, those just happen to be included in the Master Chief Collection. So, since I bought the game, I got to pay for extra DLC. But if I just subscribe to Master Chief Collection, Halo Reach single player and Firefight are included. Oh, okay. That don't sound good. That sounds like you're screwing people, telling me do not buy games on Xbox because they're better to subscribe to them. And when Microsoft's making such a push for that, what is Gears 5 going to look like? What is Halo Infinite going to look like? There was a rumor out today that Last of Us 2 is going to come out in February. And people like Cyberpunk and Last of Us 2. Nobody's even talking about Halo Infinite coming out as a game of the year contender. Come on. The way you get gamers' respect is by making great games. And I'm going to say, for example, Forza Horizon 4 came out. Great game, well received, excellently reviewed. It was a racing game again, not something that would blow the walls off, like the doors off the walls. But it was a great game. Nobody on there were, and the people that Panda joke about it, say, the game is trash and the game sucks. Then you get to see the people who just hate to hate. But people that are in the middle, like, no, there's nothing, you can't criticize a great game. You know, if a game is well built and well received and polished and has great scores and the industry reviews it and they say, yeah, it's pretty good, you can't criticize that. And Xbox then gained respect. Like, yo, they made a great game. That's right. Hey, Brian, I was going to say that. You know? Well, that's Game Pass, man. Take everything and give them nothing. That's been my motto for them. If they're going to give it out for free and give it for, I'm going to take it all. I'm giving them nothing. You know, if they want to use me as an engagement number, then whatever. That's not winning for me. I don't care if they say 3 million engagement. Like, what does 8 million people that 8 million people played Sea of Thieves? There's not 8 million people on there right now. What does that mean to you as a gamer? Does that mean sequel?
Can you be cold, Batman?
Is that
going to kill?
No sequel for you.
That's been Microsoft's MO this whole generation. No sequel for you. It doesn't matter. But when you see a game sell, oh, well, the game sold 4 million. People bought it. Now, whether they played it, who gives a shit, but they bought it. Now they know that there's an interest out there. When Microsoft says, oh, 1,000 people engaged, that means they clicked on the link, they downloaded the game, and they you know what, maybe there's no value to the game because people are not investing $60 to buy that game. They're trying it out for $1. They're trying it out for a subscription that happens to be there. What is the value of that engagement? That holds no value to a gamer. Oh, somebody just checked out this game. It's like, oh, well, that was a big accident because 5,000 people turned their heads and rubbernecked to look at it. Like, it doesn't matter how many people clicked on it. That holds no value. But how many people paid $60 for the game? That means that, 3 or 4 million people thought that game was worth $60 to buy it. It has worth because it had a cost to it. When there's no cost and the game just shows up in your subscription, there is no investment. And if you remember Rod Ferguson's quote, well, $60 was the barrier of entry, and then you would usually get better at it. Now with Game Pass, they're just going to be showing up in people's queues, and they're going to click on the game. And we don't want them to just get shotgunned in the face. They're going to stay and play engage. We need to have them engage with Gears of War. Really. This engagement shit. It's all about clicks. It's all about this engagement bullshit. And if that's all that matters, all you need to do is have the big titles. All you need to do is keep people in quiet, like, oh, I don't know about that game. I don't know about that game. Keep them in the dark so that they click on it when it shows up in their Xbox Game Pass queue. Maybe that's Microsoft's strategy. Keep us in the dark. Ooh, what is Gears campaign? I don't know, but I'm gonna click on the game to find out. I'm engagement. Why would Rod show us all the stuff in the Gears campaign so we know, like, well, I know what, I'm not gonna like it. I'm not clicking. See, maybe that's Microsoft's strategy. Maybe it is to keep us in the dark. Who the hell knows? I know, taste it. I know. I think Gears AA has come. I think they should be called Gears 5 Gears Pop. Mini maps and play as Jack and arcade mode. What the fuck? You know, this is what happens when you commit your IP to a service, to a subscription. You got to keep people paying for the subscription. Who cares if they play the game? They got to keep subscribed. And their theory is just throw every single type of game against at the wall. Like, hey, give them cartoons, give them a Bambi game, give them some puzzle games, give them Gears, give them Halo, give them some Bleeding Edge. Like, just throw anything throw anything at Game Pass. They'll find something they like in there. And instead of Microsoft curating it and putting quality in there, it's all about the quantity. It's about the differentiation. It's about, like, oh, throw a scroller in there, throw a top-down shooter. Like, it's a smorgasbord. It's like going to a buffet and saying, wow, they got all foods from around the world. Are you going to walk out of that thing eating Italian food and go, nope, I don't even need to go to Italy. I just experienced Italy at this buffet. No. Yes, they had Italian food there, but that is not representative of quality possible Italian food. You go to an Italian restaurant, an exclusive for that. You don't walk in there and go, oh, look at this. They got Greek, they got Italian, they got Chinese, they got Moroccan, they got this. Oh, I went to all the countries. I don't need to go visit. Oh, I'm done. No, that doesn't satisfy that. Just playing those games in Game Pass doesn't satisfy that. Exactly, Wound Up Penguin. My time is the most valuable thing to me. Why would you waste time playing games that you wouldn't normally play? Exactly. Or, to that point, why would you spend time sifting through 150 bullshit games to try to find a game that you like? And downloading them nonetheless. You got to download them, so that's even time. Why would you download and oh, I'm going to find something. Choose your next game to play. Yeah, no need to go to Italy. Chef Boyardee showed me. That's right. That's it. I experienced Italian food. That's it. I'm doing rigatoni. Dudes, man. No. It's got to be about the quality. That's how you get gamers' respect. Gamers see through the bullshit. And I think a lot of us right now are seeing through this bullshit. Game Pass was an amazing value. But I think now when we're seeing the types of games that they're putting in Game Pass, and now, on top of that, now with the PC and Game Pass, you're seeing 6 games coming to Game Pass. They got friggin' PC exclusives coming in there. So now the 6 games that will just come to you as a console gamer, guess what? 4 of them are coming. Well, no, 3 of them are coming, and then 3 of them are going to PC exclusively. So now the 6 games we announced, not even all 6 of them are coming to you. Now they got PC exclusives mixed into the announcements. 10 games coming to Game Pass Ultimate. And then you look. 4 of them are cross-play. 2 of them, one's an Xbox exclusive. And then 4 of them are PC exclusives. It's oh, shit, okay. So we're doing that now. Again, flip up your numbers. 10 games came to Game Pass today. Oh, shit, well, only 4 of them really are coming to Xbox console. You know? The rest of them are crossover, and the other ones are PC exclusives. Oh, but they said 10 games are coming. See? Where's Phil Ness? There we go. It's all about the quantity. Ooh, look, we put 15 games in Game Pass today. Oh, really? Oh, let me look at the... Well, wait a second. There's just PC-only games in here. Oh, well, we got Xbox Game Pass PC. Oh, so How many are coming to the console? Oh, well then, 6. Oh, okay. Well, that's a different story. 6 Game Pass games are coming to console. You said 15. Oh, well, 15 are coming to the service. Oh, shit, man. Rub-a-dub-dub.
I'd buy that for $1. Another one.
Yeah. Exactly. So, again, it seems to be a lot about quantity. A lot about quantity. I was trying to go through Twitter to see what's anything going on. Yeah, dudes, I don't know what's going on with playing Xbox. I was just seeing if there's any update. Yeah. I don't know. You know, it kind of goes a lot into the whole thing. Like, what is Xbox winning? What is positive Xbox news? What is Xbox news? What is Xbox? What is it? This is what Phil has done to the brand. You can't just take a dedicated piece of hardware that plays games and then all of a sudden, mid-gen or near the end of the gen, going, oh yeah, it's a brand. It means PC and game. It's like, no, you can't do that. Because the people who bought the hardware are now like, well, wait, where do I go? What do you mean it's a brand? Well, where do I belong? And then when you look and see where you belong and see the hand-me-outs they're giving to the other people with the Xbox brand nomenclature, you look like that you're getting the short end of the stick. And that's what they did. And that's why they're losing respect. And it's going to be really, really hard when Sony starts dropping their PlayStation news, because they're going to go, yo, whatever Microsoft is doing, we ain't. We're not doing that stuff. They want to have people playing their games on phones. We're going to make you the most important player. We're going to make games for you that you only could play here. And they're going to answer they're going to scoop up the rest of the console market because Microsoft's not being competitive in there. Yes, Gaming Night. I can talk about that too while I'm on here. Got like 40 people watching. Thank you, Grinders, for coming out, man. I know it's impromptu. I hope everybody had a good 4th of July. I know I spent about an hour and a half and asking everybody that. But yeah, Gaming Night. Yeah, I brought that up. Yeah, that's good. Bringing up that the former Paradox Interactive CEO said that Game Pass is a decent service, but the devs aren't getting paid enough through the service. And actually, this goes along the lines too. I did post a tweet about that, about that whole comment on that stuff. But and this goes along the same lines as the engagement numbers and the core audience and stuff like that, because when you look at oh shit, did they just say where they're coming here? That pinned? Oh yeah, okay, never mind. Yeah, when you look at where are my tweets? There we go. Yeah, here it is. So, that was my reply. Son of a bitch. Yeah. I'll bring it up here, what I wrote. And this is specifically about this article. Yeah, I'll show my screen. So specifically about this, make sure it's shown. There we go. It's a bit about the article. So, about the Game Pass being a decent model and not getting paid enough from the CEO, right? So what I said was, he says that the model that Game Pass does not use is that they don't pay gamers on engagement. So, like, if you click on a game and he's saying, like, their games get played a lot, And if their games get played a lot, they should get according pay based on the amount of engagement that the player is clicking on their game in Game Pass. So if there's 100 games in Game Pass and you just happen to be clicking on these games and these games are gaining more traffic in Game Pass, that developer should get paid more money than somebody who's just in there. Now, I don't know. Microsoft is not paying that way. He's saying the way Netflix pays, and that's how Spotify pays. If your song gets listened to a lot, you get paid more money per listen. But if you're Netflix, they basically give you the value of what they think your thing is. Like, yeah, this is what we think this is what we think your game's gonna do. And I think that's kind of what Microsoft's doing. But again, a lot of criticism in the fact that this is an early service. Microsoft's still trying to coerce and get people into their Game Pass subscription, and you could tell they're not getting big AAA games in there. They're getting games that did not do too well and sold at retail, and then they're also getting a lot of indie games in there. And then the other ones that are anything worth discussing are really just the Microsoft first-party games. If you're talking about Halo and Gears, and all those other ones, Sea of Thieves, State of Decay, those, Crackdown 3. Oh my goodness. So what I thought was interesting was that this was my other tweet about it. No, I tweeted about it earlier. This was the one. What I find interesting is that Microsoft don't pay the dev per engagement with the game in Game Pass. But as I said so many times on here, engagement is the primary measure of how Microsoft values its worth and success to their investors. It's about engagement. Don't take my word for it.
How important is market share versus Nintendo and versus Sony's PlayStation?
The two metrics I really look at in the growth of this business is engagement of players. How many monthly active players do you have across any device? And what does your software and service revenue look like for those players?
See, the guy asked the question, what is your market share as opposed to Nintendo and Sony? He knows that his market share sales of console versus them two, they can't hold the candle to it. It's like over 2-1. So he can't look at it as like, we are like third in the market. We are last. He has to change the game, move the goalpost. So he chooses to choose engagement. Right? I spelled it wrong. That's what it is. So if Phil values engagement as the primary measure of how they value worth and success to their investors, then don't you think that should be pay it forward? That success and value should be also given to the developers. Don't you think, right? If I'm going to use how many people clicked on your game as engagement judgment, say, hey, this many people engaged with this person's game, then that dev should get more. That dev should get paid more. And also, that will ensure that devs will put better quality into Game Pass because they want to get more clicks. They want to get more engagement because then they will get paid better. But when Microsoft just says, I'm looking at your game, it has a Bambi in it. Yeah, I'll give you $1 million. All right. That's it. Now, if that game picks up in Game Pass and takes off, the dev doesn't get any more money. Or it brings in a bunch of new subscribers. Nope. Microsoft, that's how much we're going to give you for that game. Blanket. It's shady. And they're not getting paid enough. And this is the bullshit. And this is what I said. Do we need this? Core audience, do we need this headache? Do we need Microsoft not paying devs for Game Pass? Do we need to say it's not optimized for PC? It's not optimized for Windows 10. Oh, the mods don't work. Oh, the field of view. Do we need this? Do we need to be concerned? But guess what? As a console gamer on an Xbox, you do. Because that mindshare that would focus into you, the person who spends the most and pays the most. It has to be now handled with all this other bullshit.
If someone owns a phone and doesn't want to go buy a console, we still want them to be able to play our games. Bring the services like our video distribution through Mixer, Xbox Live, Minecraft, as we talked about.
Who cares? Why are we wasting all this energy in something that is such exploratory, and you're not satisfying the people at home, the people who built your house, the people who are currently living in your house and paying for your electric and paying for your gas? Why are you screwing the people under the Xbox roof? Why? To go leave that home and worry about people on phones. Remember Kinect? Oh, Kinect is going to take off because Kinect doesn't have the barrier of a controller. Well, all of a sudden now the controller is not a barrier anymore, so the person playing Panda Pop on their phone is just going to know what to do with an Xbox One controller. The person playing tap screen, some sport, some little games and Angry Birds on their phone, they know what to do with an Xbox controller. What happened to the controller is the point of barrier of entry. You too, Stadia. All those dudes you got playing on Panda Pops and you know, and the Wars and all that other stuff, Glorious Wars, whatever the hell they call those games, Tap and Goes and Pokemon Goes and all that other shit. They're ready to play with a 12-button controller, analog sticks. What happened to the controller was the barrier of entry. Now all of a sudden $60 is a barrier of entry. Oh, is it? Yeah, it is a barrier of entry when you got free games and $60 games. Nobody's gonna pay $60. And now we look at Game Pass. The problem Microsoft has is that third party is not going to put their games in Game Pass day one. EA's not doing it. Ubi's not doing it. They're not doing it. And Microsoft will have to pay an arm and a leg for a game like that. Because nobody's going to devalue their game and put it in a subscription. Unless it's their own subscription. Unless they're making all their money back that they're putting into it. They're not going to take their games and put it into somebody else's subscription. So Microsoft now has to build this Xbox Game Pass service on their own back. It puts a lot of pressure on them because they have to bear the backing of this Xbox Game Pass. It puts pressure on them. It puts pressure on them to deliver quality and content to get people sustained and subscribed on Game Pass. That's what it does. What's up, Bows? How you doing, man? Exactly. They're feeding the neighbors' kids while their own kids go hungry. That's right, Glinza. They're feeding the neighbors' kids while their kids go hungry. You take care of your own first. Then you go out. You take care of, because guess what? You go out, you don't take care of your home. What happens when you come home? Who's there? Come back to an empty house. And we're seeing it. We're seeing it. We're seeing the house starting to empty out. The Xbox house is starting to empty out. Because Microsoft is not feeding it's not taking care of their home. That's why the 360 they were okay. They took care of their own. They doubled down on Xbox Live. They made Xbox Live a value better than the competition. They made games have features, 1 versus 100 programming. They had arcade games, retro arcade games, Xbox Live Arcade. They had indies. They had everything. They put it about the games. So when they started putting games for Windows and all that other shit, nobody cared because you know why? They were taking care of their own. They were taking care of their home. So when they went out and just did other shit, just like Nintendo, they gave you all the Mario games. They're giving you Luigi's Mansion. Okay, go make Mario Run. Who cares? Go ahead. Go make Mario Run. What does it matter to me? As long as I'm getting Luigi's Mansion, Mario Maker 2, Super Mario Galaxy, like, what does it matter? Sony going, Yo, we're making an Uncharted movie. Get ahead. I don't care. Make an Uncharted movie. You gave me Uncharted Lost Legacy. You gave me Uncharted 4. You're going to give me The Last of Us 2. Like, get ahead. Go make a friggin' movie. Microsoft. Oh, we're making a Gears comic, a Gears of War movie, and we're going to have some Gears of War cards, and we're going to have Gears this. But why should I be excited for Gears of War? You haven't done anything yet. Gears 4 was safe. Now Gears 5, you haven't showed shit. Why are you talking about a friggin' movie? Oh, and Halo 5 is coming. Oh, and here's the movie about Agent Locke. Here's Locke. And it's like, no. No. No, guys.
No deal.
No deal. If you take care of your home, your respect, the gamers, you give them respect, you could do anything. That's why people are like, oh, media bias. Well, you know what? Unfortunately, everybody, Sony has delivered some amazing games. Guess what? They're going to get a pass. They are. They could stick their middle finger out the window. They're going to get away with it. Because they got some great games that they've released, and it gives them a little bit of immunity. Nintendo could go mess up Sword and Shield and say, oh, well, guess what? Not all the Pokemon are going to be in there. Oh, shit. People are pissed, but you want to know what? They're going to be pissed off people, but guess what? They're still going to play it. And they're going to try to tell them about other things. But you cannot be not giving to your core. Giving us Crackdown 3, a disaster. Game was side missions to bring out 5 bosses, end of day. Done. It was like my first open world game. Horrible. Like after coming off of open world games like Spider-Man, Red Dead Redemption, or like even Assassin's Creed, coming off these type of games and then to see Crackdown, it's like, when was this made? What did you do it in 4 months? 5 bosses, do some side missions, and then the boss comes out. No crime, no like random crime events, nothing. Can't even get in a car together in multiplayer co-op. You can't even drive together to a mission. Good job. I don't know who thought of that. And then the multiplayer, the cloud, done. So we get Crackdown. State of the case. So they got Forza. That's it. I'm sorry. You show Bleeding Edge. You don't go show Gears of War campaign and really double down on Gears showcase at E3. Yeah. You're going to get the smoke. You're going to get a lot more criticism because you haven't delivered in the last 3 years. This is not a few months, dudes. This is not a few months. This has been years and gaming years. Like, this has been like, yo. They released the X with Super Lucky's Tales. Then on top of that, they got Lucky's Tales remastered coming to the Switch, and it looks better than the fucking Xbox One X version. Better lighting, more content. They'd even put the friggin' update in the X version of Lucky's Tales. Like, is this not joke worthy or not? Like, this is just embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Ori was announced 3 years ago, and still it's coming out in 2020? What? And what are you going to do? You're going to treat that game like Gears of War and Halo? Ori's a great game, but yo, it's not at the same level of Halo. Okay? Ori's nice. But dude, it's not Halo. So please don't go into 2020 going, oh, well, you got Last of Us in February. Ori's coming out in February. I'm done.
I don't think so, sucker.
Major Nelson's like, this is Ori month in February, and they're going to have fucking what? They're going to have like Cyberpunk and Last of Us 2, and Microsoft's going to try to get in there with Ori? Dude, no. Dude.
Good riddance to bad rubbish.
That's not a good call. Please. Don't think Ori's going to compete against Last of Us. It's going to get murdered. So please, Phil, if you think that like, oh, yo, we got Ori in the spring, it's like, oh, shit, dude, no. Ori's not on the level of those games. It's a great game, but it's not that level. And that's the problem. State of Decay 2 was not that level. It was not AAA. So you keep harnessing going, well, we got State of Decay 2. We got Crackdown, State of Decay 2, Sea of Thieves. Like, no, State of Decay 2 should not be in the same language as those. Like, no, that game is a mediocre, little middle-of-the-road game. Oh, AAA all the way. No. That's the problem. And there's nothing coming out. Lucky's Tales, like you don't have the respect from the gamer because you got to earn it. Just like you stated in the tweet about PC gaming is earned. We're going to earn it. We're earning this thing. Where's that passion for the console player? Where's that passion? Not, I don't make money on the console. No.
Don't do it. I'm warning you, do not do it.
No, you don't say that. You don't come off E3 stage and go, well, I don't make money on the console. The console's not the business. And then retweet this saying, PC gamers, respect, it's earned. We try. Yeah, we got to do better. We're going to win you back. PC gamers, Hey, Phil, what about us on the console? The console's not the business. You don't make money on the console. What? Phil, oh.
My ass hurts just watching this.
I don't play this game.
Like, what? Oh, buy Scarlet next year, though. Whoa, wait, but you said you don't make money on consoles. How are you selling the consoles? You want to hear something funny?
300,000 Brazilians just.
You want to hear something funny?
Oh, Xbox One S and Scorpio. And we had a different
2016, guys. Probably the last time you ever hear him say this.
With Scorpio to him, and this is before E3, well before E3, all that stuff. And then he looks at me and he said, no,
talking about Scorpio and the S.
Like that the code name was gonna dig, and I love the fact that Todd was there and like, that was
October 2016. Remember what was going on here? The Xbox One S was winning NPDs.
Stated on, but he just thought Edmonton was such a lame code name for Xbox One S. The thing I love right now is like the Xbox One S is selling incredibly well, like you said, and he actually did just send me a piece of mail yesterday. He was congratulating me on Forza Horizon because he liked Forza a lot, and remember we put the Fallout car in Forza Motorsport. If you remember that. So like we do a lot of work with them. We were supporting mods for Fallout and stuff, but he was congratulating, and then at the end he was congratulating me for how Xbox One S is doing. I'm gonna respond calling it Edmonton, so don't let him see this before I do.
It was codename Edmonton. And Todd Howard said that was such a lame name for it, and then he says, "Oh, but it's selling so well." Like, oh, Phil Spencer talking about console sales. That's right, Robert Stevens. Cancel Gold. Go play on PC. Thanks, Michael. Yep. Hey, it grinded my gears, man. And I think now people are seeing it, and it's probably not listening to me and stuff like that, but I feel this way. I see why people are changing because I said like this, and I said this before so many times on here. If you bought an Xbox, this was not the future you were signing up for. And I think a lot of people wanted to write it out. A lot of people were denying it. And I think with every news article that comes out and every kind of move that they do and how they are representing their games and how they're speaking to their core console audience, to them, oh, gaming for everyone. And then you got people out there going, oh, well, my game is played on PC. I'm happy. It's like, okay, fine. But then how happy are you about Gears Tactics being built specifically for the PC when you have keyboard and mouse support? How do you feel Age of Empires only going to PC? Why are those exclusives? What is the purpose of that? There's no technical limitations. Where, like, those games from their first party are not. Why is Gears Pop just not, like, ported to X? Like these games, there's games that are made on PC and mobile that didn't even come to Xbox from their own studios. That piece of shit Forza Streets, that went everywhere. Android, iOS, Windows 10. But that stupid, silly game didn't even make it to an Xbox. But why? It's your gaming console. Why? I know, man. Thanks, Robert. Yeah. Robert Stevens says he got blocked by, you know what? And it called toxic, you know what, man? It's the truth. And if you weren't doing this social shit as just a kind of like a troll or a fan, if you really invested in the console, all these little moves and all these little things would hurt a little bit because it devalues your choice. It makes it look like that the thing that you purchased doesn't hold the same value because the value was defined by the games that were on it. And the fact that the games now are not on it day one and they're other places says, well, why am I buying this specific piece of hardware? In addition, you're paying extra services to play these games. And they actually run better, play better, and are free on another platform. You don't do that. You don't do that. That's not how you treat your person who pays the most. And then on top of that, you keep trying to sell them more expensive hardware without giving any justification in any of the games, any high graphical fidelity games, any big budget games to show the power of that X. Instead, you say it's up to third party. And third party's not really running wild with the X. A couple of games here or there run better than the PlayStation 4, you know? No, Logic, you don't know my story. Like, that Xbox One X did me in. When Phil announced that thing for $500, I said, oh, hell no. I bought two S's. I am not spending $500 again on an Xbox, and you have not shown me any games. So I took that money, and I bought a PlayStation. And I never looked back. Oh, I did look back, and I go, you better get your act up, otherwise more people are going to leave. And they haven't got their act up. More people are still leaving. That's right, guys. Code. I always go. You know, I keep going and going and going. The grinders keep chatting me up. They keep bringing it up. Bringing up more topics.
You know, you're right, guys, Code. That Jez guy, yeah, that grinds my gears. He keeps talking about this, me messing around. Don't listen to him. This is your boy Phil Ness. Those console owners, I got them in the palm of my hands. They're paying for those subscriptions. I got them now with Xbox Live Ultimate. Oh yeah. A service that just has Xbox Live built into it. That you can't even separate it out. Such a great move. That marketing team, Phil Ness in it, baby. Oh yeah. Oh man, that money. They can't get out of that Xbox Live now. They can't, baby. Because I got them. And as some of them even signed up for 3 years. 3 years. They don't even know what games I'm going to be bringing them. I told them I bought some studios. That initiative, 30 people. And they're going to stay small and nimble. Oh, baby. That illness. Oh, yeah.
Hey, you know what? He is not wrong. He got them for the dollar. He got them. You got them for the $1. I'd buy that for $1. You got people signed up for Xbox Game Pass for 3 years. How do you vote with your wallet then, Robert Stevens? How? When you're signed up for a subscription for 3 years, you signed the contract with your cable company. How do you let them know that you're not satisfied with the content they have been providing? How do you vote with your wallet? They already got your money. There you go. How do you vote? How do you go? I don't want Crackdown 3.
Take it back!
Well, I got your money. It's tough, man. It's tough. But you know what? Respect is earned and not given. And what Sony did, Sony learned from the mistakes that they made with the PlayStation 3. And to the perception of the public, they learned their lesson and doubled down on games. And doubled down on making PlayStation Plus on par with Xbox Live, giving the same features, party chat, all that other shit, at least with Xbox. They didn't come out with a $600 console. They came out with a $400 console. And they used indie games and third-party deals to carry them, to buy time while their studios were making games. And now the games have hit home and they have hit their mark. And now Sony knows they got the gamers' attention because they got Game of the Year champions. And they know they hit a niche market that all the other third-party devs, games as a service, sign up, log in, we got your ID, come buy some things. Sony's not making those kind of games. And if they did make one or two of them, who cares? But a majority of their games are basically just go. You know? And Microsoft, instead of buying timed exclusives, buying some exclusive content, maybe getting a studio that had a game coming out that he can make it exclusive. No. Instead, he buys a bunch of little indie studios, a little AA studios, and says, guys, now we sit and wait. And everybody's sitting here twiddling their thumbs. Last year's E3. This year's E3. Oh, next year's E3. You know what's funny is that people are not even saying wait to Gamescom, or nobody's even saying wait to XO19. What happened to XO19 in London? Oh, know what happened? XO18 was a bunch of bullshit.
Come on, don't bullshit me.
That XO19 has no, it's like, okay, yeah, whatever. We're going to show some Ori gameplay? Like what? That's what you're going to do. Let's wait till next year's E3. And I'm telling you, once Sony and even Nintendo talking about new hardware, once these guys start talking, the thing is that Microsoft is stumbling over itself right now to its core audience, and Sony is just talking very calculating. They're not even really showing everything. They're not even talking that much. They're doing little things left and right, and these little drops are carrying more weight and more faith to the hardcore gamer than what Microsoft is doing. Microsoft is out there throwing clouds and remote play and Game Pass for $1, just out there just spamming everything. And they're still losing respect from the gamer. Because they're not talking the same language. They're talking casual. They're talking cell phones. I didn't have time to watch Grounded, man. Sorry. Yeah, wait till Phil leaves, you know? I don't know, man. They have, and you know, let's call a spade here, right? They are real. They can release as many pieces of hardware they want Scarlet, Scarlet 2, Scarlet 3, Scorpio 2, Scorpio 3s. But let's call a spade a spade. They are no longer interested in the console business. Okay? So when people go, you're talking crazy, you know, everything that comes out of their mouth, they're not making console exclusives anymore. They're making PC exclusives and phone exclusives. They're talking about taking all those games, putting everywhere. It's a double standard. Gears 5 is not Xbox exclusive or console exclusive. What's up, Callie? How you doing, man? Xbox does not have its own exclusives. No more Halo, no more Gears. All those games are on PC now, and not even Windows 10 PC where you could say, oh, it's still Windows. No, it's Steam. Oh, it's still the store. No, it's Steam now. It's done. So they are just a finger snap away from just going, guys, yeah, those consoles, we're no longer making them anymore. Just like they snapped their fingers with the Kinect port. What happened? And the Kinect adapter. Oh, just like that. No more Kinect. Remember, it sees your heart rate. It tells me if I'm scared.
Oh no, Kinect thinks I'm scared. What's it gonna do? My heart rate's up now.
Yeah, well, snap of a finger. That port's gone. Oh, the adapter, that's gone too. Kinect is dead. They'll do the same snap with the console. Hey, you know what, Scarlet only sold 20 million. You know what, guys? This is our last one. Thank you very much. Go buy a PlayStation. Oh, guess what? They did that with Xbox Groove Music. Groove Music. It was Xbox Music. Groove. You know what, Groove? We're done. Go sign up to Spotify, guys. Sorry, Groove's done. Thank you. And that's what they're going to do. Once they migrate Xbox Live subscriptions and they put it under there, just like a $5 throwaway, and they make Xbox Live kind of under the radar, get it in there, and they get enough people paying for it with Xbox Live Ultimate, there's no reason to be investing in a console anymore. It's done. It's done. All right? It's done. They'll put the Xbox app on a Fire TV. They'll, to meet the demands of getting Xbox on a TV, they won't make a console. They'll just be like, Xbox streaming app, Fire TV 3, here you go. Apple TV, here you go. And your Xbox app now is on, and that's how they get Xbox on the TV. They're not doing research and development for a $1 million piece of hardware they're going to try to sell for $400 or $500. Nah. Just put the app on those billions out there of Amazon Fire Sticks and Roku boxes. That's it, man. That's their future. At least that's the future that they've painted for me. There's no future, and I'm like, Xbox is making a comeback. Like other people will tell you. Because what is a comeback? What is it? And when you ask somebody that, they don't know. They're like, oh, well, it's Microsoft making money. No, that's not a comeback. Why do you bleed green still? What is your future look like? Is Xbox come back and kill Sony? Does it? First of all, they don't have a global audience for Xbox. Secondly, Phil says games everywhere. He's supporting the competitors. He has to pull out. He has to say, you know what? Give us Azure back. They could have had an advantage over PlayStation now. What comeback? And exactly, Callie. People think, oh, just like PlayStation came back from the PlayStation 3, Xbox is going to come back. This was their down generation. No, man. They are down. They went down and out. They went down and out. And this is not doom and gloom. They are down and out. Okay? If you want to have blinders on and still support them, then fine for you. Hooray for you. But don't come on social media. Don't and try to rally up the troops, getting people false hope. Because it's the truth. There is nothing that they mention that has support to make you think that Xbox is going to come back like the PlayStation 4 came back from the PlayStation 3. In no world, under the current regime and the current practices that Phil Spencer's doing right now, There is no scenario where Xbox comes back in the way PlayStation 4 came back to give you amazing games, console exclusives, go. World dominance, go. No. Not with Game Pass, not with PC games, not with Steam, not with Windows 10. What is Xbox? What is it? What are you rooting for? What? That Phil Spencer gets a bonus? Is that a win? Does that make me go to FanFest and paint my hair green? Is that what it does? Because you look foolish cheering for a brand when they say the brand is not even the console anymore. What are you rooting for? What's the brand? What? The body wash? Who wants to cheer for a football team who doesn't want to play football anymore? You deserve better. Don't take it just because you're loyal to a brand. The brand is done. They changed the game. It was UWP, it was DirectX 12, it was Windows 10, it was now Xbox Scorpio, and now it's Xbox Game Pass, and then it's Xbox xCloud. Like, come on. How many different brand changes are you going to change? How many? How many? And know what's going to happen game night about those studios. Wait. Exhibit A, Bleeding Edge. Oh, they'll deny, oh, that was in development before. Watch. Just watch. All those other studios that Microsoft has, watch. Watch the games that they release. Watch. They're going to be middle of the road, okie dokie, safe Game Pass games. And every single one that comes out, people will be like, oh, that's the B team. Listen, there's 100 people there. And they're making 3 and 4 games. Do your fucking math. Okay? Do your math. How many people are working on 3 and 4 games if there's 100 people there? 3 games. The 33 people? There are 33 people. The B team is working on... The B team made Bleeding Edge. The A team is making the next Ninja Theory game. Ninja Theory is 100 people. So 20... So what? They're working on multiple projects. Do you understand how discrediting you give yourself when you say, oh, Ninja Theory is working on multiple projects? Do you know how to do math? If there's 100 people there and they're working on 3 and 4 games, how many teams is that? So you're telling me a team of 25, 30 people are making the next Uncharted blockbuster for Xbox? Did you watch Shout Out to Mog? Did you watch Raising Kratos? Did you see how many people it took to make that game? It wasn't 20 people in a closet. Okay? Exactly, Mog. Yeah, 343. They work on one game. There's 400 people. But Ninja Theory's making 3 and 4. Obsidian's working on the second RPG. Obsidian's 150 people big. So what? 75 are working on the Outer Worlds, and there's another 75 people? Again, just go watch a little bit of Raising Kratos and look how many people and what kind of work goes into making a game in a year game. The motion capture, the audio, the orchestra, the on-location captures and stuff. Look how many people it takes to make that type of budget game. And you're telling me that kind of budget spending to fly people to Norway and all that else, you think Microsoft is going to do that right now to put a game in a subscription where everybody's paying $1 or $10 a month? You think that kind of production If you just watch it, look at the size of that studio. Look what they're doing. You're telling me that God of War team, Microsoft is going to put that much money to develop one game to just put it in Game Pass in sometime in November? Without caveats? That's the key. Without caveats? Without some sort of episodic content, without some kind of monetization to get money back? Or will they do a God of War style? Well, yo, here's a $60 game. Enjoy. No DLC, which they should have put DLC in it. No microtransactions. Go. Traditional game, go. You think Microsoft's going to take that kind of money that they paid for God of War, remember, for the bankrupt Sony, and put that kind of money into a game that they're going to put in Game Pass where somebody can just be like, well, you know what? I'd buy that for $1. I hope they like it. I hope they engage with the game. Like, you really think that? That's what I mean. There's no world right now where Microsoft is coming back. And that's the problem with this whole thing. I don't know what a win is. But when you don't have a finish line, how can you root for the race? What is the end game? What is the end game for Xbox? What is it? Does anybody talk about it? Streaming, that's the end game? Oh, Microsoft, everybody's doing it. No. I got to get that clip. We're going streaking. No, nobody else is streaking. We're going up the quad. No, nobody else is streaking. I don't know what you're doing. Nobody else. Everybody else is doing exclusives. Nobody's running around naked saying we're going streaming. Everybody should play our games. What is the end game? And when you think about what Microsoft's end game is, and you're a core Xbox gamer, think about what would satisfy you. And again, if they delivered amazing, great, high-quality games to you, this would have never been an issue. But since there's a drought, since there's been no games in the last 3 years and they've been tripping over themselves with their messaging, every action that they do, every statement that they make holds more and more weight, and everything that they're saying has nothing to do with the Xbox core owner. All you do is getting hand-me-downs. They're making it for the Big Daddy PC games, and you're lucky that you're getting the fixins. So, if Sony comes out and says all our games, and that's the thing, people are like, oh, Sony's going to do it too. You want to know what? Better be careful what you wish for. Because guess what? If Sony says, hey, we're doing a day and date our games in a service, Game Pass, guess what? That PlayStation Game Pass, just the content alone, will destroy whatever's left of Xbox. Because Sony has the IP. They have the games. So if Sony just says, hey, we're doing a subscription service, Sony PlayStation Plus Elite, you know, hey, pay us $25 a month and you'll get all our first-party games in PlayStation Plus. Ouch. So you better not say, oh, Sony's doing the same thing Microsoft's doing. Because as soon as Sony does it, whatever Microsoft's doing is done. Because Sony's going to be putting Gods of War in there, Uncharted, Horizon 2s, Ghost of Tsushima, Spider-Man 2s, just sequels to the games that we know. Imagine what we don't know. So you don't want the competition to do the same thing Microsoft's doing. What you need to do is tell Phil Spencer to get off his ass and start talking to the hardcore gamer and talking to the console gamer, because they're the ones that keep the lights on and they're the ones that they need. See, that's the thing that you guys don't realize out there. Phil needs you more than you need him. He needs you. You start not subscribing to Xbox Live and those engagement numbers go down, that's his ass. He needs you guys because you play the most and spend the most. And as soon as you guys realize that he needs you, you will start seeing more action from them. Because when he hears everybody loves him, loves Phil, he thinks he's doing a great job. He thinks he could sit and do an E3 like he did. He could just be safe. Oh, I'm happy about what we didn't show. Trust me, if his ass was on the firing block and the Phil Defense Force didn't exist, he would feel more pressure to know that he has to show more games at E3. And you don't have time to play it safe. He needs you. You don't need him. Just like he said in this thing, oh, everybody loves head of Xbox. When I'm gone, they will love the next head of Xbox. Because it's a pound of a product. It's a head of a product that you like. Don't need him. He needs your wallet. He needs your money. You're the consumer. You tell them what you want. You vote with your wallet. Sony, they saw people shitting on that PS Soccer. Everybody's like, oh, Konami pulled it. No, Sony's like, take it back. They're like, get that shit.
Take it back.
We don't want that PS Soccer. Here's Detroit Become Human, everybody. Sony's playing very coy. They're playing very coy. They don't want to piss off. They got to make sure 100 million people come waltzing right over to PlayStation 5. That's their job. But because they need the gamer. They need you. It's your money. And it's up to you how to spend it. If you just want to throw it at them because you just love Phil, that's on you. And Phil's going to say, well, I like what I didn't show you. And then you could sit there and say, okay, I'll take it, sir. Thank you. But if you don't like what they've shown, and I've seen a lot of people saying, I didn't like E3. What are you talking about? You had the stage to yourself. You had an opportunity to gain mindshare from the core gamers that follow E3. You said E3 was important, and you used that stage to show cartoons and not show the big franchises that you need to start getting the mind share of the core gamer back. Instead, you showed Bammy Simulator. Guys, again, respect is earned, not given. So if you want Microsoft to do better, then you got to let them know that you're not going to stand up for this bullshit anymore. We've been asking for a roadmap for 3 years. And now maybe I don't have that console now because guess what? I went to the PC stuff because I'm getting it for free here. I encourage people, vote with your wallet. If they're giving that shit for free, then take it for free. And see. Don't sign up. Don't just be at the mercy of them because of a brand. That brand, he switched that brand on you. He did a bait and switch. He put the cover over your eyes. The brand that you fight for is not the same brand that we bought into in 2013. It's not the same brand. It's about PC. It's about all this other stuff. He put me here. And I'm pissed because I don't play on PC. But I have to be here because this is the best place to play and the cheapest option to play. And I'm not going to pay for a service that gets free hand-me-outs elsewhere. I'm not that I'm not going to say, oh, here's $60 for Xbox Live. Why? It's free. My phone, on my computer, on the Switch. Now Minecraft on PlayStation. Why are they not paying for Live? What happened to Friends List and dedicated servers and all this other It's all horseshit. It's all horseshit. But these companies need us. The influencers, the people that spend the most, play the most, they need us. And you want to sound like a privileged gamer? Oh, we're all privileged. Like, you want to know what? We're fucking consumers. And without consumers buying product, the person who sells the product needs to change their strategy. So if you don't, it's not privileged gamers. The thing is that you're the target audience. You're the person that plays the most and spends the most. And you shouldn't be spending your money if you're not satisfied with the product. Exactly, Robert Stevens. I was in that Xbox preview program. I was in the alpha chain. I was in the PC. I'm a Windows insider. Guess what? All the feedback, know what it did? All it did was crash my shit whenever I wanted to play a game. That's all it did. All it did by being in the A-ring, it wasn't to give feedback and get new features and shit. No, all it did was update my console and my PC so much that it bricked half my shit and I couldn't even play a game. Like, come on. It's a restaurant you go to. The food sucks, but the waitress or the host is nice. How long do you keep going there and the nice just kind of wears off and you're like, you know what? The food really is. It's not up to par. And I've been giving you guys money for the last 6 years, the 4 years. You're a nice, very nice person. Yo, I'm sorry, but we got to cut ties here. Like, this food is horrible. You know? Think about it. When everyone plays, we all win. Well, is that the tagline for Gears Tactics?
I'm not authorized to answer your question.
How is that the tagline? Yeah, when everybody plays, we all win. You know, we put our games on PC because more people should play our games. Gears Tactics, PC exclusive. Oh. So I guess we're not concerned with more people to play Gears Tactics? Even though Xbox supports keyboard and mouse support? I don't understand the logic. What happened to, more people should play, we all win? Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, well, don't cut it. That's hypocrisy. And that's the kind of shit that I call out. Because I'm tired of it. We need them to do better. We need competition. Because know what? Going into next generation, if Phil's out there roasting marshmallows and Sony's taking names. Yes, Tim. The keyboard and mouse support's a mess. Exactly, Mog. The game's still, your controller rumbles. Talk about that half-ass implementation, right? They're selling a $250 keyboard and mouse accessory. Remember the big deal, keyboard and mouse coming to Xbox? That was the Inside Xbox announcement, and then confirmed at XO18. Woo! Big news. Nobody's using it. It's not optimized. Your controller still needs to connect to choose the menu. You can't control the dashboard. Your controller rumbles. If your controller disconnects, you get logged out. It's trash. Again, another half-ass implementation for a bullet point going, we do keyboard and mouse support. Why? Why half-ass it? Why? Where's that energy going? What's the purpose? For what? How many people worked on that waste of time? That they could have been maybe making another accessory, maybe making another controller. Who the hell knows what they could be doing? But again, waste of energy, waste of time. All that energy in the Windows 10 store. Oh, everything UWP, all that sales pitch and UWPs and all the other stuff for what? For what? Just for them to say, oh, Win32 apps are coming to Windows 10 store. You know what? You guys said it sucked. We tried to sell you a piece of shit in a box, but it didn't work. Again, months months, years talking about UWP for a year while Windows 10 updates are coming out. Oh, it's going to change the game. More games are going to come to Xbox from PC because it's so easy to port over to UWP. Guys, we're talking years. Years. This is not like, it didn't amount to it, guys. It's only 2 weeks into the program. No, we're talking years that it came and went, and now Win32 now goes in there because nobody wanted to develop for it because it was a waste of time. How many wastes of times are going to have? Groove Music is integrated in Forza Horizon 3. Sign up now. Groove Music is finally in a game. Guess what? A year later, Groove goes down. Done. Go to Spotify, they say. Wasted energy. Wasted. Not focused. Not focused in getting gamers to the games that they want. Focused on bullshit services. Bullshit PC features. Bullshit.
Bullshit. Bullshit. You said it's all bullshit. All of it.
Jesus, you.
Yeah.
The only problem I've got is that I'm doing your job.
So, But anyway, it's been a long night. Nah, man, we've been 40 strong grinders out here. I know everybody had to get to bed. But, I got one more Arnold clip for you guys that stayed on. It is one. This thing made me laugh. Here's Arnold clip.
Enough talk. Into the boat. Into the tunnel. Get to the chopper!
Yes, remember that, Robert Stevens? We didn't even get shared directly to Twitter for years because of OneDrive. Exactly. They wanted everything to get uploaded to OneDrive. Oh, my God. OneDrive, that too. Oh. Guys, it's been a disaster. A disaster of messaging, and it continues to be that way. Just at this E3. Oh, xCloud. Oh, you will be able to stream your games for free from your console with Remote Play. That's not xCloud. Like, seriously. That's Remote Play that PlayStation's been doing since it started. Don't start mixing xCloud with Remote Play, because that has nothing to do with any cloud. All it is doing with your internet and your destination internet.
All right, everyone. Chill. Allow me to break the ice.
But anyway, as Arnold just said,
enough talk. Into the boat. Into the tunnel. Get to the chopper! You did not make it, Victor. Have fun.
Sweetheart, we're married.
We're really considered a divorce. Hello, cutie pie. One of us is in deep trouble.
Anyway, guys, this has been Jet7780 with my wonderful soundboard, or the grinds board as we call them. I want to thank you all for coming out. And, just know. Yeah, doublespeak, I know. But anyway, I'm going to sign off, guys. Have a good night. Have a safe 4th of July weekend, and the weekend out. And, grinders, I'm out here, and I will talk to you guys soon. And remember, for all that bull,
Ain't nobody got time for that.
we don't have time for that stuff. And I want to thank you again, guys. Again, this is Jet7780. Like, share the video. Grinders, represent. I'm going to make a cool thumbnail. Hope you like my thumbnail work going on there. And, maybe I'm going to do a Grinders roundtable. And, and I don't know what's going on playing Xbox. I'm going to go back onto Twitter and see if there's been any more news with that. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But I have the other show that I go on Monday nights, the Players for the Players podcast. Shout out to Cyber and Sick, all those guys, frogs. I think he might be on next week. And then might do a Grinders roundtable, and more stuff though. So definitely check out. Put the notifications on, because and you never know when it grinds my gears. I've been trying to do more frequently, but there's been so much crap going on. So I just want to talk, but I just appreciate just coming in here and chatting with you guys and just venting. It's good because, it's, again, we're important people. Yeah. Like we're the consumer and I speak for a consumer. That's what I am. You put your money where your mouth is. And my money goes to who's giving me the best products and services that I can get right now. But thank you again, everybody. I appreciate the support. I'll talk to you guys soon. Again, Grinders, I am out. Oh, yeah.
Whoa. Did Jez just stop the stream? No, it's still on. Yo, everybody, I hope you enjoyed Bill Ness. I always have to come in and check him out because, sometimes he ruins some of my messaging that I'm trying to get out there with that Bill Ness. But, keep staying tuned to these shows because you never know when I'm going to show up and give that message to those gamers. Because that Bill Ness is always out there and it's very effective. But anyway, hope you enjoyed Bill Ness show, and I'm out.
Get off of my mic, Phil Ness. I'm out.